Hey, good evening, Facebook. Hey, how's everybody doing? You already know who this is. This is the one and only. This is Dr. J. Wheel. Hey, I'm just tuning in tonight, uh, just to encourage you, just to tell God thank you for another day that He has made, and that we're gonna be glad and rejoice tonight in it. Look, lot to say. Not gonna keep you long. I'm just gonna be here just a few minutes, and welcome to Elite Motivational Moments with Dr. John Williams. Hey, look. I know it's probably been a long day for plenty and many, probably all of you. But sorry, I was trying to set something right on my Facebook. I always like to make sure that everything is operating correctly whenever I'm on. But listen, I'm so glad that you tuned in tonight. I hope that I say something tonight that encourages you, because I'm encouraged. I'm encouraged because every time I come on, it's a blessing, and seems like the audience is getting a little bigger, and that's always good. And I'm just telling you guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support. Give me just a moment. I want to do something, uh, something that I should have did at first, but you know what? I'll be back in. I'll be back in just a second. Give me just a second to do this. And all right, I told you I would be back. I had to make sure that my equipment testing 1 2. There we go. I had to make sure that the equipment on you. You know, you got to make sure that the equipment on. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? I told you I'm doing all right tonight, and I promise you I won't be long. But I wanted to come on because when I was sitting, God had given me something, and you know, when I come down, that's what I do. I come down to give you a word of encouragement because somebody has been going through something. Uh, we all go through something. I have some kind of something in my body. I don't know what's going on with it. About every day this week, I've been wanting to rush myself to the ER and see what's going on. But you know, uh, I am gonna go. You know, with the military hospital and all that, you gotta make an appointment and all that. Well, some of y'all do. I just go up in there and just if they don't give me what I want, I just go in there and fall out. They ain't got no choice but to take me. No, but listen, it's a blessing to be on tonight once again. Listen. I am just so excited about what God is doing. Thank you for all of you that sent prayers out when I was in the hospital, when I was sick. Thank you. Listen, we're all in this together, and I am so happy that I connected with my cousin. Uh, we're gonna be doing some things. And listen, Blytheville, y'all better get ready. Y'all better get ready. Like TD Jake say, y'all better get ready because we're gonna be doing some things. She don't know it yet. But we're gonna be doing some things in Blytheville because you know a lot of people say. And listen, I know what I'm talking about. I'm leading into something, okay? I'm leading. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. We grow up in a place sometime, and then we make it a little. I won't even say big. We make it bigger than we were when we was at our hometown. But then we forget about the hometown. The hometown didn't do nothing to you. It's just that sometimes God will move you from A to B, and then He don't want you to forget about A, and He don't really want you to forget about B. But sometimes we get an extra paycheck, and we forget where we come from. That I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So even on my show, I don't know and don't really care how many people from my hometown watch my show, which I know they do. Um, I always like to give back and talk about my hometown because see, everybody have a past. See, some people don't want to talk about their past. Just say if you wrote a book on me, some chapters I don't want you to hello somebody. I don't want to be reminded of some of the chapters in the book, but it's still my book. Oh, okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm saying. But listen, God has a way of putting people in your life that can make a difference in your life. He has a way of the using the least of them, the ones that you never thought would be on your side. See, we get it mixed up sometimes. We kind of get it mixed up sometimes because we think that the one that drive the best car, the one that wear the best clothes, the best smelling perfume, we think that's the ones that is supposed to help us. But listen, God will take the little dirty fella off the sidewalk and be the most blessing to you. And that's what we got to do. We can't just look at a person on the outside because you don't know who God will use. See, wow, I didn't even want to go there first. But listen, I want to step back and thank God for allowing me to be here tonight. Thanking for our life, health, and strength. Thanking for each and every person under the sound of my voice. I want to send a special prayer to one of my ambassadors out in Alamogordo, uh, Ambassador Grace and her family, the Ngami family, the Lewis family. Sending a special prayers out to them. Her father was called home today, and I just wanted to make sure that I sent a blessing. And then I gotta send prayers out to her family for her father passed away today, and I didn't want to go without saying that. And then I have a hard-headed ambassador that lives in South Carolina. You probably know her. Her name is Ambassador Robin Shockley. You never know where she's gonna be. Robin, know I love her. Y'all pray for Robin. Her body is hurting, and everybody seen online a few weeks ago or a few days ago she was in a really bad car accident. But she's like me. We're hard headed, and we don't we don't stop. We just keep going when we know we should settle. But you know what? God got us covered. But I'm going to encourage us all tonight. I was encouraged just for the title, and you know me by now. I go by my titles. I go by the titles of the topic, and I let you go to your Bible that you use, and I let you figure it out. But I try to put some thought in your head. That's all. I want to put a thought in your head, and I want you to be the one to go back and let God give it to you, whichever way He give it to you, because I know how He gives it to me. And once again, I want to thank each and every person. Listen, go out and get that book, Focus Forward with Robin Sharpley. That book, it was written probably over a year or two ago, because I know I received it probably about a year ago. And I still go back and read that book. I still go back and pull notes from that book. Even when I get ready to do the show sometime, I'll be reading the book and a thought will come to my head, and I'll probably use some of the stuff in the book to when I do my messages. And listen, some of y'all always wanted to get in a magazine. I don't know why God sent me this way. He got three things He wanted me to recognize. He wanted me to recognize Ambassador Robert Shockley. He wanted me to recognize Ambassador Tangi Roseboro. Listen, some of y'all got a story to tell. Now, you say you always wanted to be in a magazine and you always wanted to tell your story. Tangi Roseboro. Tangi Roseboro, she's the author, the owner of Pain to Purpose magazine. And I believe Robin Sharpley either still writes for her or she used to. But you need to get in touch with Tangi Roseboro. Look it up on the YouTube. I mean, on the Google. Pain to Purpose magazine. Pain to Purpose magazine. Tangi is an outstanding writer, along with Robin Shockley, and I believe Grace also writes for her. And let me tell you, I've been featured in her magazine a few times, 2 or 3 times, and I'm telling you, I love the work that she do, and she is so open-hearted. Listen, and if you do get in her magazine, listen, this the catcher, this the kicker here, this the kicker here now. If you do get in the woman's magazine, the least you could do is go online and purchase the thing. when you when you get in the magazine, you got to go on Google or go on Amazon and purchase it. Yeah. You in there, you might as well buy the thing. Hello, somebody. But listen, I'm saying that because I'm leading up to something. And then my last one is a lot of women. I see y'all modeling, men and women, but most of the women, I see y'all modeling on Facebook. And then when somebody says, wow, do you model? No, I don't want to be. No, I wouldn't do that. Well, you're doing it on Facebook free. Listen, if you ever wanted to model, if you ever wanted to be in a pageant, not only do we have Williams Elite Pageants, but I am Mr. International for today's international men, today's international women, Miss Geraldine. Listen, she has today's international women's pageants. And if you ever wanted to be in a pageant, why not go and she have a representative for every state. Listen, these women that get in the magazine, they usually get a trip to walk in New York Fashion Week. And my pageant director, my director, Dollar Allgood, she be in New York Fashion Week. She's the pageant director for Come On In, Elite Pageant. She's the fashion show director for Come On In, Elite Pageants. She even works for the International Magazine, International Face Magazine with Miss Heidi. And listen, these women are doing things. Now, I done named about 4 women, and I didn't name many men. That doesn't mean that the men aren't doing anything. Hey, we doing karate and we doing our things. But I'm trying to tell some of y'all women, some of y'all missing out on some funding that you could have because you're not taking advantage of. Hey, I'm not just sitting here talking just to be talking. I'm sitting here telling you that if you're going to model on Facebook and all that, don't get mad if somebody say, hey, you're beautiful. Hey, you're pretty. Oh, I like your dress. Why are they looking at me? What? Well, you modeling on Facebook, you modeling on TikTok and all the others. And I'm just trying to tell you, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it a modest way. And you can just go get your crown, your earthly crown on your head. And, so listen, pageants not for everybody and all that. But sometimes it just be a person's bucket list of, well, I just want to do that just to say I did it. Come On In goes into nursing homes. We go into nursing homes and do beauty pageants for the old women and old men in the nursing homes. And until you do that, boy, I tell you, that is such a joy because remember, those people, some of them are put there and they're forgotten about. My mom, everybody in Blindville knew her, Everly Peaches, they called her Peaches. And she was actually murdered in the Gosnell nursing home. But, it's just one of them things where people say, man, I would never go back to a nursing home if that happened to my mom and blah, blah, blah. And, well, everybody in there didn't do it. I mean, just something that happened. I mean, I don't know the whole story. I just know that we have a start date and we have an end date, and we don't know which way we're gonna go. And if God chose to, let some things happen, and we just don't know what it take, what things happen for what reason. Why the best niece in the house get murdered? Why the best son in the house get murdered when this one or this person over here, their child stay in and out of jail, and why mine had to, but I didn't have time to say that. I just tell God, thank you for 89 years. She was living. He allowed her to live for 89 years. So tonight, I was I was reading about Paul being Saul on the road to Damascus, and some things happened. See, sometimes if I could leave a thought in your head tonight, I wanna leave saying along the way, along the way, even in your life, even in my life, along the way. See, Jesus always seemed to have been doing something along the way. Wherever he was going, he was doing something along the way. Along the way, I don't know if he was healing. If he wasn't healing, he was encouraging. If he wasn't encouraging, he was helping somebody. If he wasn't helping somebody, he was giving some sound advice. If he wasn't, listen, Jesus was doing something along the way. Along the way. See. Wow. My question is, who have you encouraged along the way? You got all that knowledge, you got all that, but who have you encouraged along the way? And I want you to keep thinking of that along the way, because I just have some questions. I just want to know, who have you helped along the way? Who have you lent a helping hand to along the way? Well, I helped Susie and I helped Judy. Well, those are your sisters. I'm talking about, who else have you helped along the way? Who else have you helped other than family and friends along the way? Other than your children, other than somebody you knew growing up? Who have you helped? What stranger have you helped along the way? The reason some people are not being blessed is because they already tell God what they're gonna do. I'm not helping them. I don't care who it is, girl. I know I ain't help. Well, that might be the very person that God sent for you to help you in whatever situation you're in, but you already done shut it off because you already said, I'm not helping them. I don't care. Well, what about if you would have helped them and God, when they finished, girl, I just had some extra and I wanted to. Sometimes we can be so cold-hearted that we can be driving down the street and see somebody in need that we don't like. And sometimes we just press the gas pedal a little bit faster and look the other way, or pretend and we turn. Listen, y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, because I got some in my neighborhood. They don't even want to speak, but they driving in the car, all of a sudden they got to turn the radio and until they pass you or pass your house, and then all of a sudden they driving normal again, or if they walking by the street, they just see a dime, a penny, or something they have to see in the street over there, and they walking way over. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. But along the way, remember, along the way, there's going to be some letdowns. There's going to be some setbacks. There's going to be some people around you along the way that's there just to be in the way. See, y'all don't believe me. But see, every day I told you it's not going to be Sunday. You got to have something got to keep you on your knees. See, something got to keep you on your knees. God got to send something to you to remind you that you don't have the wings on your back yet, that you don't have that crown up here yet, that you haven't arrived yet. I never get mad. I don't know why I don't. And then somebody hit you with a napkin. You done, ooh, where my 357 at? I tell you, if I had my gun, I would. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, but there's things that happen along the way. These things that has happened along the way. See, some of y'all are beautiful, and some of y'all men got it all. You got it all. You're stretching, you got muscles everywhere, and you got the seasick waves in your hair. You're a total package. But along the way, even you ran into some trouble. Even you didn't get what you thought you was gonna get. Even your looks didn't get you where you thought you was gonna get. Even that bodybuilder didn't get you to where you thought you was going to be along the way. See, but along the way, listen, there's times that is going to there's going to be times in your life that you're not going to understand why everything seems to be going left. I mean, everything that you touch go backwards. But along the way, these things are supposed to happen. They are going to happen because this right here, this along the way. See, listen. These things right here, these things are gonna make you. These things are going to make you better than you are. See, but along the way, these things are supposed to happen in our life. We supposed to feel. We don't supposed to be. Listen, Jesus wasn't happy every day. Yeah. Well, I want to be just like Jesus. Well, they slapped him and spit on him and talked about him, and he just kept it moving. He didn't come back and say, you know what, I got some powers. And yeah, keep talking about them. I got some powers and I got something for. But we said we want to be like Jesus. Do we really? Not saying that you ain't going to have no trouble, but do you really? Don't listen. I had a guy that tell me, he said, man, I want to do this. I want to do it. And you need to do this. And Jesus said this, and I'm going to be just like Jesus. First little sign of trouble, God sent him a little sign of trouble. Dude fell apart, didn't know what to do. I thought you wanted to be like Jesus. Didn't Jesus go through some trouble? Didn't Jesus have some problems? Didn't some people lie on him and, well, they shouldn't be lying on me. Well, you said you want to be like Jesus. Didn't they lie on Jesus? I'm just saying, hello, somebody. See, people don't like you to tell the truth. They don't like you to tell the truth. But we want to use every excuse in the book along the way. Listen. Well, you know, mama told me. Well, you know, big mama said. Well, you know, my daddy said. You didn't even like your mama. You didn't like your daddy. You didn't like big mama. But all of a sudden, everything that they told you, y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You ever had that? Well, you know, when somebody died, well, you know, mama said, she said, don't give so-and-so this. And that's because you want it. Well, you know, she said, I'm doing everything. She left me a checklist. I'm doing everything. Why you didn't do everything when she was alive? When she told you to do something? Oh, y'all, I done stepped on some toes. My internet probably go down now because y'all know I'm telling the truth. See, listen. Along the way, though. See. Woo! Who have you brought along with you along the way? That's all I'm asking. My question tonight is along the way. Who have you helped along the way? Yeah, you got it all. Your hair, your cologne smell good. Your toes are done. But here's a lady over here. You got it. Here you go. You got 600 pair of shoes and only 100 pair of them fit you. And you say one day my feet gonna shrink back into that. You got a closet room full of dresses and all the purses to match, and they're size 8, and now you're size 18. But one day you gonna go back to that 8. Who have you helped along the way? All them dresses that you could have donated or gave away or yard sale or just gave them away and helped somebody. But who have you helped along the way? Hey, this is Dr. J. Wheel with Elite Motivational Moments with Dr. John Williams. I have about 5 minutes left. I told you I wasn't going to be on here long. But just remember, along the way, you're going to have some good days. You're going to have some bad days. You're going to have some people that encourage you along the way. You're going to have some people that discourage you along the way. You're going to have some people that just along the way. You know, along the way, I wasn't the best brother. I wasn't the best father. I didn't have the best mother. I didn't have the best grandmother. I didn't have the best son. I didn't have the best daughter. I wasn't the best father. I wasn't the best husband. But along the way, but you know what? You needed that on your way to who you are becoming now. Because see, if you never had trouble in your life, what would you do or how would you act when you do have trouble? See, sometimes that's why millionaires, when they just given the million, they never worked a day in their life, never had to even fix their own food. But something happened. They ain't a millionaire anymore. The pandemic hit. We'll just use that. The pandemic hit. You had millionaires killing themselves and not knowing what to do because all their money was tied up in the stock market or whatever failed or crashed and they lost it all. So, well, that didn't happen. Yes, I can tell you that happened because on my journey as doing Elite on the Street, I talked to people that was millionaires. I talked to people that was doctors. I talked to people that was lawyers that own their own firms. I talked to people that own the grocery stores and everything, the little mom and pop stores, but didn't help anybody along the way. Now they on the street living out in the cold, out in the park where the dirty people that they never wanted in their store, that they never wanted to touch in the first place. But along the way, your journey, you never know where you're going to end up. People say, well, why do you go out and talk to the homeless? And I see you give them a hug and you shake their hand because they got a heartbeat and I can be them. And they still are human beings. But along the way, who have you helped along the way? Who have you encouraged along the way? Who have encouraged you? Have you gone back and said, man, thank you? Thank you for encouraging me because you told me something back then that encouraged me to be here where I'm at right now. Every time you look up, you hear me talking about my sister Mackie, my oldest sister Mackie that took me in when I was a little boy. And then you hear me talking about my brother's ex-wife, Etta Mae Robinson, Etta Mae Houston now, because she took me in when I was a teenager. And they molded me and helped me be the man I am today. And I thank God for them all the time. But along the way, I just want to end with this. I want to tell you that I stopped by to tell you that I serve a God that knows, and He knew my faults. He knew when I was going to mess up. He knew when I was going to be straight. He knew because He knows my every being of my body and when and what I'm going to do even before I do it. But because of repenting, because of asking Him for forgiveness, I can be bold enough and bad enough to ask you for forgiveness because God has placed you in my life and He has placed me in your life somewhere along the way. Hey, this is Dr. Jay Wheel with the Elite Motivational Moments with Dr. John Williams. And remember, we are still in need of 8 turkeys because we are going to feed 12 families. We are going to feed 12 families this Thanksgiving. I still need 8 turkeys. I know there's a lot of people that watch me, a lot of people in Colorado. I don't care if you're out of town. You can cash out me the money. You can send me a Walmart card, and that's where you're going to see me getting the food or the turkeys and the food. We're going to do the whole little dinner thing. But I need 8 more people to say, hey, I got you, man. We're going to do a turkey. We're going to do 2 or how many ever you want to do. And I want to make sure that we make sure that 12 families, and hope they'll invite somebody, will be fed this year, this Thanksgiving. It's not all about the Thanksgiving. It's just about the giving part that I want to do. I want to get a crew. I know the Air Force helped us out last year. I got Miss Brandy. I know that she's going to do her part with her squadron. And we're going to go over to probably going to fry up a turkey and take some stuff out to feed the homeless out in the park. Listen, that's what it's all about, y'all. We live in a warm house. We dress pretty nice. We dress pretty decent, drive a decent vehicle. but somebody is not like us. Somebody is not going to have that for Thanksgiving. Somebody is not going to have a meal for Thanksgiving. We, that bothers me. That bothers me because we throw away food that, hello, somebody, y'all know what I'm saying. Especially if y'all got a big family that kind of stays together. When everybody cook up some of everything, it seems like they cook 2 days early to meet the need of everybody. Pies, cakes, and I know y'all hungry right now, but I'm just saying, the turkey, the ham, the chitlins, or whatever they cooking, it's going to be prepared, and you're going to have a great Thanksgiving. But what about that person under the bridge? What about that person in the park? What about that person on the sidewalk? Those are the people that I'm concerned about. I know that God has blessed us to have a deep freezer and all that stuff and keep a little extra in it. But every year, God does not let us down that we do this. I want to get the police department. I want to get the newspaper. I want to get all of us that's in the community as a community and take care of our own. It hurts me. Listen, I know I'm gonna get off, but along the way, when I have went out to the feed the homeless, the thing that hurt me once, I saw a 2-week-old baby. And anybody that live in Colorado know it's cold here around this time. It gets colder in November on up closer to December. I was out feeding the homeless around November, close to Thanksgiving time. I say it was probably one of the coldest days that I can remember in Colorado. And the lady had a stroller and a 2-week-old baby living under the bridge. I wanted to take them home. I wanted to. That is heartbreaking, y'all. That is heartbreaking. So tonight, I want you to look at your child, look at your family, and think, man, that could have been my sister, that could have been my niece, that could have been my daughter, that could have been my grandbaby. But they was under the bridge. All I could offer them was some food, and I think we gave them some socks or something. But I tried to go buy a tent. But the police, the laws are different here. You just can't give out tents and all that because they say that's a nuisance when they don't carry the tent everywhere with them. They'll just leave it right there and or drag it somewhere and leave it, and it's another part that the city have to clean up. That's why we can't issue them tents. But one thing we do issue them is socks. We do give the socks to the homeless, and if we have gloves, we give them gloves. But that's another thing that we're going to be doing. But right now, we want 8 turkeys. And if you want to do some canned goods and all that go with it, the macaroni and cheese, feel free. But the biggest thing that we got to get right now is the turkeys. And we'll prepare the meals or whatever for them. So once again, this is Dr. J. Will with the Elite Motivational Moments with Dr. John Williams. Remember, along the way, who have you helped along the way? And remember, when Jesus was walking along the way, he encountered many things. On your walk, on this journey, during this journey, you're going to be faced with many situations. But if you just hold on to God's unchanging hand, everything is going to be all right. Hey, this is Dr. J. Will with Elite Motivational Moments with Dr. John Williams. Oh, love you. Peace to you. Peace to you and your family. And please, I hope that you will donate a turkey or get my Cash App, inbox me and say you in with me. Let's make some families happy. Dr. John Williams, Elite Motivational Moments with Dr. John Williams. Y'all be blessed.